Hello, I'm Henry Harding.
And I'm David Tizier.
And we're whispering here today because we're at the Biggleswade Daycare Centre and we've come to find out about the Biggleswade Talking newspaper, and they're recording outside as we speak.
Hello, this is your talking news for the Biggleswade area for the week ending Friday the 21st of January 2011. Your readers this week are Philip Rutt and Judith Wakeling.
So Nick, could you tell us a little bit about the Biggleswade Talking newspaper, please?
Yeah, well, the Biggleswade Talking newspaper has now been running 30 years. This is our third week of celebrations of the Biggleswade Talking News. We started recording back in January 1981, and we thought it would be nice to invite down our local town mayor, Wendy, to say a few words into this week's tape, as was done back in 1981 for our first recording.
So it's very much a celebration for you tonight.
Yeah, it is a celebration, but it is the normal routine week on week. Each Friday, a team of volunteers who are the Biggleswade Talking News come down to Hear the Day Centre and record a half-an-hour recording onto cassette tape of the news taken from the Biggleswade Chronicle.
Nick, how can people find out more about what you do down here?
Well, just recently we've launched a new website, which is a move into the 21st century of communication. Obviously the website is not for the person that is partially sighted, but relatives and the wider community, and it's a big address. It's www.biggleswadetalkingnews.org, talkingnewspaper.org.uk.
And can you tell us a little bit about the volunteers that help you put the Talking newspaper together?
Yes, it's a huge man-stroke-woman operation. Each week, a team of dispatch officers, sorters, technicians, readers, and others come down to the centre and produce the tape.
And that all sounds great, so thank you very much, Nick Gurney. Now I'm going to hand over to my colleague David, who's going to find out a bit more about the recording process.
It is really a reason to celebrate, isn't it? There was no way of predicting back in 1981 just how successful this service, bringing local news and information each week to many people.
I'm here at the sorting table and I'm just speaking with Terry here, and he's going to tell you a little bit about what he's doing.
Hi, well the first thing we do is collect the envelopes from the post office, and then they're brought back here. They're addressed up to us, and we take them apart, take the tapes out, switch the labels round so they're then ready to be sent out to the customer. We then take these, make sure that there is an envelope to go back to every listener, and then Eric over there is actually doing the rewinding of the tapes to make sure they're in the right position to record this week's episode.
Could you just tell us the significance of the yellow and the green there?
Yes, the yellow ones are for the residents, are dealt with through the Biggleswade Post Office, and the green are for Sandy. It just makes it easier for the people that are taking them back to the post office.
Hi Eric, could you tell us what you're doing here rewinding the tapes?
Yes, the tapes come back in the envelopes. We take them out of the envelopes, put them in a box, and some of them have been rewound back by the people who've been listening to them, but more often than not, they take them out of their player and just put them back in the envelopes. So we put them on this machine here, a nice little automatic gadget, label side up, and it automatically rewinds them back to start position.
Hi, I'm here with John and Jack, and we're just getting through the recording process and the editing process right now. Could you tell us exactly what you're doing here?
Yeah, we've got two newsreaders there reading off bits of the Biggleswade Talking newspaper, which is down to an editor, and we record the voices onto the master tape here with opening music and closing music, and then we do a master tape which is then done for copying.
So you're all volunteers here. What exactly drives you to do this sort of work?
I find it interesting and worthwhile. I feel a lot of people benefit from our efforts.
Have you been doing this for a long time?
Oh yes, 20 odd years.
Well, I'm now going to talk to Biggleswade's town mayor, Wendy Smith. Mayor, you've come down tonight to support the Talking newspaper. Could you perhaps tell us a bit about what it might mean for the residents of the town?
Well, I'm sure for those residents of Biggleswade that are partially sighted or have any problems at all in that area, it must mean a lot, because it will give them a valuable link to the local news and information about what's happening around where they live. But not only Biggleswade, we also go out to the villages surrounding the town as well.
Around 100 police officer jobs are to go in the next 2 years, and more could follow. That was the news delivered by Alf Hitchcock, the new Chief Constable of Bedfordshire Police, when he spoke to the Biggleswade Chronicle on Wednesday.